Welcome into Kingston, Tennessee, another edition of Upperman Baseball on UCR. Non-district matchup tonight as the Bees take on the Kingston Yellow Jackets. First broadcast of the season. Finally don't have basketball tonight. We're live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Should be a fun non-district game tonight with a new look Upperman squad this season. Let's get right to the starting lineups as the starting pitcher for the Jackets, the right-hander Ryan Wilkins, gets in his warm-up throw. Starting for West Shank's squad, it'll be led off by the left fielder, Braden Green. The second baseman, Chris Worsing, bats second. He'll be followed up by the catcher, Denton Huddleston. Batting cleanup is the third baseman, Carson Shoup. In the 5 spot is the center fielder, Jackson Green. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Sawyer Brown. Batting seventh, the right fielder, the Chicago kid, Braden Wolke. Batting eighth is the starting pitcher, a freshman, Dalton Mathis. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Andrew Hedrick. Mentioned the opponent on the mound is Ryan Wilkins. Kingston enters this game at 1-1 in the regular season. Upperman winners of two straight run rule victories. They opened the year with a 4-3 loss at Friendship Christian, then a 12-2 win against York, and then a 12-0 victory against cross-county rival Monterey. 1, 2, 3 in the order for the Bees. Braden Green, Chris Worsing, and Denton Huddleston will lead it off. Chris Worsing has been at a torrential clip. Not a surprise in his junior season. Expected to be a Mr. Baseball contender. He has pitched that way and hit that way so far this season. We'll talk about him after Braden Green gets things started here as the Bees look to make it 3 straight on a perfect evening for high school baseball. I mean, maybe the best day of the year, period. Temperatures in the 70s, light breeze. Madison has a long sleeve shirt on. I don't know why she did that. She's going to be sweating. Other than that, we're good. We can give you a headset if you want. Okay. Braden Green climbs in for the first at-bat of the game, and we are set to get underway here in Roane County. First pitch from Wilkins, taken for strike one. We're going to really rev up our spring sports coverage after the basketball state tournament's end, but no games tonight, so I had an opportunity to come out here to the ball field as the 0-1 pitch misses, and it's 1-1 to Green. Braden Green, Chris Worsing, Carson Shoup, they are the guys with experience, a little bit for Braden Wolke. Outside of that, it's a lot of freshmen for West Shank's team this year. Green trying to set the table for Worsing as Wilkins fires into 1-1. That one misses low and outside, and that's 2-1. Green ahead in the count. He didn't love the first pitch being a called strike. Now he's back ahead 2-1. Wilkins working quickly here. The 2-1 home to Green. That one a lot closer, and he gets the call again. 2-2. Green now has to battle. Hasn't taken it off his shoulder yet. We'll see if Braden decides to do it here. The 2-2 from Wilkins. Breaking ball. That one bounces in. A good take, and we run full. 3-2. Good battle here. Still no swings from Braden Green, trying to become a base runner for Worsing and Denton Huddleston behind him. Upperman has a lot of hopes for this freshman class. The question is, how long will it take them to get rolling? So far, they're doing well. 2-1. They'll take that every week. A 3-2 payoff pitch coming home from Wilkins. That one misses ball forward, and Nick's Restaurant walk sends Braden Green down to first, and he does set the table for the California kid. Chris Worsing batting .798 through 3 games on the season. He has 4 doubles, 5 RBIs. He has not struck out. He's worked a couple of walks. He has been essentially an automatic base runner so far for the Bees. Looking to continue that here. His first debut of the ball game with Braden Green down at first. Wilkins forced to go out of this stretch. And what is he going to bring home to Chris Worsing? He'll slide and fire. That one misses up and in for ball 1. Worsing at the plate, and one of those freshmen, Denton Huddleston, waiting on deck next. Could see him later maybe for an inning if they needed a save situation for their aces. This pitch into him misses upstairs, ball 2, and it's 2-0. Worsing ever patient. When he gets down in the count, he battles, finds a way to foul pitches off. But now he's ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. And Ryan Wilkins on the mound trying to find the zone as that's a good pitch across. Swung on and missed, 2-1. And that's the first swing of the game for an Upperman batter. Point of emphasis this year for this Bees lineup. Be patient got a little bit hurried at times last year in that run to the state tournament. It hurt him in some big games. As Wilkins has a 2-1 to Worsing. He'll rise and fire. A big cut at that one. Looked like a good pitch to hit coming across chest high, but that's really tough to get around on, and now it's 2-2 as Wilkins tries to get a big first out and get the toughest hitter in the order sat down here. Worsing takes a breath, and now he'll climb back in. They're going to go as far as this young man takes him this year, both on the mound and in that right-hand batter's box. Everyone knows it. A check over towards Green from Wilkins. He'll rise and fire. Good breaking ball, but it just misses. A great take, 3-2. That one started up, dove through where the zone would be, but by the time it got across the plate, it was just out. And we run full for the second consecutive batter. Green takes his lead at first. He just walked. Worsing now on a full count. Wilkins fires home. This one fouled out. We'll do it again. And that's why I parked in the outfield. Takes one bounce, another one, and it did hit a car. Madison, where did you park? Oh, great. All right. Well, we'll go see our friends at Watson Chevy. Get it fixed up with a new windshield. So, thanks. Trade some advertising. As Green takes his lead over at first, it's another 3-2 pitch coming to Chris Worsing. Wilkins fires that one and just misses ball for a great take, and Chris Worsing reaches again. Virtually an automatic base runner. And Denton Huddleston has base runners to play with here. He'll stride in for his first AB, and Denton started low in the lineup. Then he moved up a little bit. Then he moved up a little bit more, and now he's third. And probably not a surprise that somebody with the last name Huddleston is batting high in the order. He's going to do that a lot in the next 4 years. As his coach said before the game, I like production. Denton Huddleston giving them production, and now the impressive catcher will climb in for his first AB. This is one of the future superstars in Baxter. He's got runners at first and second. Nobody out. Ryan Wilkins was much more around the zone in that AB. See if he can get back there as Green takes his lead. Worsing at first does the same. First pitch to Huddleston. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Huddleston at the plate, and then a big bat who's looking to get rolling. Carson Shoup waiting on deck. And then we'll get to the all sorts of new names. Jackson Green, Sawyer Brown, Dalton Mathis, Andrew Hedrick. A glance back. Big lead for Green as Huddleston sends that one right back. I was going to catch it. That's why they put the net up, by the way, and it's 1-1. Another Huddleston indeed. This is Denton Huddleston. And he's got some pop in that bat, make no mistake about it. Upperman still hasn't parked one through 3 games. They've scored a lot of runs the last 2. The 1-1. This one is ripped, angling towards the gap, and it is down. Denton Huddleston, and it one hops past the left fielder. This is going to score at least one. Worsing heading to third. Wes Shanks says turn and look, and that's going to be an RBI double for Denton Huddleston. And Upperman strikes first. The first 3 batters have all reached. Petey's not here, so I'm running the stats today. I'm giving the RBI double to Denton. And Carson Shoup will stride in with 2 in scoring position. Still nobody out. Upperman trying to put up a big number here in the opening inning. And we will get a runner on for the catcher as Jackson West going to go out and run. And you saw it there. There's popping that bat for Denton Huddleston. He didn't get all of that one and still roped it over pretty deep into center field. This park, a sizable one. Now Carson Shoup mentioned he's trying to find it at the plate. Once he does, he'll be uncorked. 2 in scoring position. A good first pitch breaking ball from Wilkins to get over for strike 1, and it's 0-1. Upperman has had a very patient approach at the plate so far. Yes. Wilkins likes the second call he gets from his catcher. Now he'll rock and fire the 0-1 to Shoup. Fastball, this one foul tip back, and it's 0-2, and this is what Wilkins has been looking for. Get ahead of a hitter. 0-2. Runners at second and third for the Bees. 1 already across on the RBI double by Denton Huddleston. Shoup trying to battle here. Wilkins with the 0-2. Fastball, that one misses low, and it's 1-2. only game in town tonight. That'll change tomorrow. We got sub-state basketball, 3 games across the network. Upperman is at Alcoa. That's where we will be. Cookeville at Green Hill. White County hosting Heritage. 3 great games tomorrow on the hardwood. The 1-2 to shoot. Breaking ball. This one foul tip back. And we'll do it again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Upperman continuing to battle here with the hitters. Or with the pitchers, rather, is Wilkins looking for his first out. Ryan Wilkins, the big righty. Gage Brown's behind the dish, giving the signs. And here comes the 1-2. That one swung on and missed, and Wilkins has a big first out as he gets the punch out there. And it'll bring up Jackson Green. The center fielder, Green, will stride in. Braden Green has already scored. 2 runners in scoring position for the Bees, trying to not leave them out there here as we get to some of the young guns. Jackson Green climbs in. And see if that built some confidence for Wilkins. He's back out of the full windup as well with 2 in scoring position. First pitch swinging for Green as he ropes it into the Kingston dugout. Duck for cover there, and it's 0-1. Wilkins with a long look in. Green awaits. Sawyer Brown on deck next. Upperman trying to capitalize on a big opportunity. Puts it right on the spot. 0-2. Brown a line there, maybe just a hair off the plate, but the pitcher darted it right in there, and he gets the call. Jackson Green awaits the 0-2 coming from Ryan Wilkins. The 0-2. This one fouled back, went to that same spot. That time Green able to just touch it, and we'll do it again. Wilkins has done a very nice job rallying back. Gave up a couple of walks to open up the game, and then the base hit to Huddleston. Then he got the punch out. Now he's ahead of another hitter, 0-2. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Hit that share button as the 0-2 to Green. That one bounces in, and a nice block by Brown to hold the runner Worsing at third. It's West over at second, running for Huddleston. A shake of the head no for Wilkins on the first. Now the 1-2 coming home to Jackson Green. He'll send this one. It's a bouncer over to short, fielded cleanly. One throw to make it to first in time, but it will be an RBI for Jackson Green, and it's 2-0 Upperman as the center fielder does the job, moves the runners over on the 6-3 putout. Worsing comes across to score. West moves to third, and here's Sawyer Brown, the first baseman, climbing in. This is a lot of new names if you've watched Upperman baseball over the years. All those seniors who were so prolific, making the state tournament 3 times, winning a state championship. Now the turning of the guard is the first pitch. This one is a weak grounder over to Wilkins. He fields it, loads up, throw to first is offline, and the error allows 1 run to score. Brown is heading to second. Just now to it is the right fielder. He'll stay there, and on the E1, it's 3-0 Upperman. Wilkins had time, just rushed it a little bit, and it went over the first baseman's head. No chance over there at first to leap up and make the grab for White. And now Upperman looking for more as Braden Wolke will climb in. Wolke pitched really well in his start earlier this week. He is going to be a big part of the rotation for West Shanks this year, and they're going to need his bat. He's in right field today. He's got Sawyer Brown at second, and Upperman already has a 3 spot in the first inning. First pitch for Wolke. Swings and sends this one on a ride into right field. He has a beat on it, and the catch is made in right by Mason Weaver to retire the side. Upperman strikes for 3. We'll see another freshman, Dalton Mathis, to the bump for the Bees when we come back. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Great start for the Bees. They lead 3-0. They'll give the ball to another freshman. All right-hander Dalton Mathis gets his first career varsity start. He's going to face a Kingston Yellow Jackets lineup that's 1-1 and comes to bat like this. Leading things off is the shortstop Brighton Presley. He'll be followed up by the third baseman Isaiah Harrell. Batting third is the catcher Gage Brown. He'll be followed up by Keelan White, the first baseman. Batting fifth is the pitcher. Trying to help his own cause is Ryan Wilkins. Batting sixth is the left fielder Maddox Lawson. Batting seventh, the right fielder Mason Weaver. Batting eighth, the center fielder is Avion McCray. Batting ninth is the DH, Canyon Gamblin. Mentioned Mathis, the big, tall right-hander, and he airmailed that last warm-up pitch, and all about when you first start settling the nerves in and throwing. I don't think Upperman would have expected their lone loss against a very good FCS team 4-3. That's not the huge surprise, but their only loss so far came with Chris Worsing starting on the bump. He got a no decision in that game. But so far, the young arms have been very good. This is a team in their 8th grade season had a ton of success and now playing some key roles. They'll be looking for a quality outing out of Mathis and then maybe a couple of freshmen even behind him in relief. The one experienced arm that could get any time today is Chris Worsing, but that's only in a one-inning save situation because he has a start coming up soon. See what kind of stuff Mathis has, and this is one of the fun things when you call every game for a team. You remember these moments when he gets his first start here at Kingston. How will it go? Brighton Presley trying to give him a little bit of initiation as he climbs in. Upperman with 1 run on 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 error, and 1 left on in the top half. Kingston looking for the quick answer here. Love the powder blue uniforms for Kingston. Upperman in their grays is the first pitch for Mathis is fouled out of play right at a windshield. Crunch. 0-1. Some good velocity for Dalton Mathis. We'll tell you about the alignment behind him. Catching the balls in strikes is Denton Huddleston. Over at first is Sawyer Brown. The second baseman is Chris Worsing. Shortstop, Andrew Hedrick. And at third is Carson Shoup. The 0-1 from Mathis. This one set on a ride into left field. That is touched way back, angling back and gone. A lead-off home run for Brighton Presley. He caught all of that one, sends it on a ride over the left field fence. Kingston gets one back immediately. It's 3-1. Up and in, right in the power alley, and Presley absolutely touched that one out of here. And he gets the long ball for Kingston. Buckle your seatbelts. We're in for a fun one today. Isaiah Harrell will climb in, continuing the alignment in the field. Braden Green is in left for Upperman. In right field is Braden Wolke, and the center fielder is Jackson Green. It's a Kingston team 1-1, coming off a 4-2 win to open the season against Lenore City, then fell 10-4 at Halls. In game number 3, a good start offensively for him, 3-1 already. The third baseman, Harrell, climbs in. We'll see how the freshman Mathis tries to battle back. First pitch misses, didn't come out clean, and it's 1-0. Well, it didn't take long to have the first long ball of the season when it comes to broadcast. The 1-0 from Mathis. This one popped a mile up into the air, and he doesn't have it in center. Lost it against the lights, and it drops. Jackson Green had no clue where that was, and it falls harmlessly to the grass. And that's an unfortunate break for the pitcher because it's going to end up being a double for Harrell. And Green had no clue where it was. The lights, it went above him. He looked up against the night sky, put his hands up, and Kingston threatening to tie with one swing of the bat. Nobody out. Runner at second, one already across. Here comes Gage Brown. My guy, Jacob Vincent, is tuning in. Not a bad backdrop at all. This is a perfect night to be outside. Mathis trying to battle in as the first pitch misses with a fastball, 1-0. He threw a good pitch. Probably deserved an out, but such is life. Kingston trying to capitalize. Runner at second, nobody out, one already across. It's a 3-1 ball game. Mathis slides home. This one is roped. Angle toward left field. Braden Green running towards it. It is down near the track. Green comes up. One will score. It's an RBI double for Gage Brown, and the offenses have come to play tonight here in Roane County. Brown made no mistake on that one. Harrell comes across to score, and here comes White, the cleanup batter. And already action over in the Upperman bullpen is running down to warm up is Jackson West. Well, West is catching out there for Taven Hughes, and that's who we expected to be next up for Wes Shankson. He told us, he said, this is the sort of game where he wants to see what different guys have. And Hughes went sprinting out in his warming up in right field. Upperman's offense strikes for 3. Kingston answers with 2 already. Still nobody out. And White, the first baseman, trying to add on, tie the game, or even take the lead with one swing of the bat. A lot of power for Kingston at the top of the order as the first pitch. He revved up on that one, misses outside, 1-0. And we said one of the most important things is just settling in your first start. It's the nerves mount up as you get through the season. You relax a little bit, but Mathis trying to get that first out. He's got good stuff, just needs to throw it. The 1-0. This one is swung on and hit hard into left, but it's an atom ball. Braden Green takes a couple of steps back, makes the grab. They're going to test him. Here comes the throw in from left, sliding in, plenty of speed. So a sacrifice fly moves the runner up 90 feet. Tying run, standing at third. Mathis does get his first out. And Ryan Wilkins will climb in, and he's going to breathe a sigh of relief, knowing he's got a little bit of a runway now. After leaving the mound down 3-0, you come to the batter's box just a couple of minutes later, and it's 3-2, and you could tie the game with one swing. A lot of righties here to open up for Kingston. Righty on the mound in the form of Mathis. And Dalton Mathis, good pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Hughes is warming up with some urgency in right field. And it's also a battle right now. Wes Shanks wants to see who's going to become those starters behind Worsing and Wolke. He's got a couple on the basketball team. Of course, they plan to be playing for a couple of more weeks. They'll be in action on Monday at home against Red Bank, trying to defend their title. Foul back into the net makes it 0-2 here between Ryan Wilkins and Dalton Mathis. But if you're these freshman arms, you're saying, hey, I want to be the guy that gets the ball in a big district game if something happens. I want to be the guy in the postseason to get the ball with the season on the line. Here comes the 0-2 from Mathis to Wilkins. A breaking ball swung on, sent way up into the air and left. Braden Green ranges up, says he has it, has to contort backwards, makes the grab. It should be deep enough and is to score the run. Wilkins does the job. It's an RBI sac fly, and we have a brand new ball game all tied up at 3 as we head to the 6th spot in the order with Maddox Lawson. Good piece of hitting there by Wilkins. Just do the job. Bring him around. He does. 3-3. And Mathis finally has empty base paths behind him. He's gotten a couple of outs in a row on flyouts. They probably should have been out of the inning, but again, the ball got lost in the lights. Fastball maybe a hair low, and it's 1-0. High-scoring affair would be a fun one tonight. This one has the makings of it. 1-0 from Mathis. That one misses inside. It's 2-0 to Lawson. 6th spot in the order. Upperman struck for 3, had a couple of walks, and then an RBI double for Denton Huddleston, and an RBI for Jackson Green. And then another run came across on an error. As the 2-0, that one bounces in. Mathis trying to find it here. New pitching coach this year, Brandon Farley, standing out of the dugout over on the right for Upperman. Hughes is back in the dugout after warming up a little bit. How long is the leash today? The offense pretty good. That'll help. That was the 3-0. Good pitch from Mathis across for strike 1. On the inside corner, 3-1. the Jimmy Fallon tuning in. He's cheering on the Bees. I'm going to have find some new press box boys this year when we get back to Baxter. Three and one. Maddox Lawson awaits. Fastball bounces in, ball four, and it's the first walk issued tonight by the freshman on the mound, and it's back to a base runner here for the Yellow Jackets. Runner at first with 2 outs for Mason Weaver, the right fielder. Or if you may have a mound visit here, just a discussion to calm things down. Doesn't look like they will yet. Big Al tuning in. Alec Wilson. He's doing a very nice job at Carson Newman. Not a big surprise, and that is a big piece that this Upperman team trying to replace. Talk about Jimmy and his boy Justin. They miss Justin Fallon as well. As this one bounces in, throw behind the runner at first, throw down to second, no throw. And active base running puts a runner in scoring position for Kingston as Lawson goes down to second. Huddleston had a good throw to first, and Brown caught it and turned and decided not to throw down. Would have been an interesting play. It had been a really good throw. 1 ball, no strikes. Mathis trying to find the zone again against the 7-hole hitter Weaver. As the fastball misses low again, and it's 2-0. Huddleston doing a nice job behind the plate. Another big piece. Rookie Allison trying to fill that void. Juju Yano, who's going to give that production, the two-way production that Yano provided. Carson Holroyd was great. This one's rolled over towards short. It gets past the outstretched glove of the shortstop into center field. Another run comes across. Kingston has 4 across here. It'll be an RBI for Mason Weaver. It would have had to be a really good play by Hedrick, and he just didn't read it perfectly. And now we will see Coach Farley stride out of the dugout for a discussion on the mound. And it's actually going to be a change. New pitcher for the Bees, called to the bullpen here with 2 outs in the first and a 4-3 ball game. We'll tell you about him on the other side on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this brand new construction on the Caney Fork River in Sparta. This home sits on 1.6 acres with 190 feet of river frontage and boasts 2,300 square feet of living space with a spacious 2-car garage. Enjoy the river views from your beautiful expanded covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
An early call to the bullpen for Wes Shanks and the Upperman Bees. They'll give the ball to another freshman. The right-hander Taven Hughes takes the ball, and he's one of those trying to work his way into the rotation. An opportunity for all these young arms. But this has been an explosive inning for Kingston. Upperman struck for 3 in the top half. We're feeling good. The Yellow Jackets answer. They open the game with a leadoff home run, and then more continue to be poured on in a 4-3 ball game now. Still a lot of baseball to be played tonight. It's a runner at first in the 8-hole in the lineup. Xavion McCrae is going to be the next hitter, and Taven Hughes just threw a nice breaking ball there in his warm-ups. And it looks like we're going to have some changes across. And Coach Shanks told me earlier, he said, get the pencil marks out. You're going to have a lot of different moving pieces. And it looks like that's already begun. And I believe Mathis has gone into center field. Jackson Green started as the center fielder, was also listed as the DH. So Mathis stays into the game. He goes into center. And Taven Hughes comes onto the mound, so the ability to have the DH stay in and they can roll through some of these arms. Taven Hughes going to have an opportunity here, trying to settle in his first varsity action. Check over, Hughes first pitch, breaking ball, misses low, throw behind the runner from Huddleston. Diving back in time is Weaver. Kingston has come in with an aggressive approach at the plate, and it has paid off. They have roped it around the yard so far, and then mixed in a walk. They had a little small ball with a couple of sac flies. Been a very nice inning offensively for them. And this one could have a lot of scoring. Hughes, good pitch. Dots it up, and it's 1-1. Taven Hughes with a couple of glances back. Breaking ball, that one a little bit inside. Pretty good pitch, though, and it's 2-1. There's some life and movement on these pitches for Hughes. And again, this is the fourth game of the week for Upperman, so they're rolling through the arms. A couple of glances back for Hughes. He'll slide and fire. That one's a great pitch. Waved out and missed, and it's 2-2. The dugout would love it if he could check in and get a big punch out to open up the ball game in his outing. Now down 4-3. Weaver at first just had the RBI single. It ended the outing for Dalton Mathis, and now time going to be called for Xavion McCray. Lead at first for Weaver. Hughes fires, that one misses. Huddleston has to go back to get it. Late jump, but still in plenty of time. The throw will go down. And a good job backing it up, but on the wild pitch, Weaver goes into scoring position as they look for a little breathing room to the Yellow Jackets here in the first, and it is a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Taven Hughes needs his best pitch here against Xavion McCray, the 9-hole hitter waiting next, and then the lineup would flip over for Kingston. 3-2, fastball, cold, strike 3. Taven Hughes gets the best pitch that he had and will retire the side. Not before Kingston strikes for 4. 7 combined runs through 1. 4-3 Yellow Jackets. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
If you like defensive baseball, this is not the game for you. Through 1. 4-3 our score. The lead for Kingston. Upperman got 3 in the top half. The Yellow Jackets answer with some big swings, including a solo leadoff home run. And now it'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Bees against Ryan Wilkins. Back to work in his second inning on the mound for the Yellow Jackets. Dalton Mathis, Andrew Hedrick, and Braden Green due up here for Upperman. Taven Hughes checked in and got the big punch out he was looking for in relief. And anticipate him staying out there for a while. And then behind, we'll see Carson Shoup available. And then Maddox Barnes also could see in this game, but Hughes throwing very well through 1 batter faced. They'll need more of that. Shootouts are not good for a coach's soul. Dalton Mathis climbs in for his first AB as that one misses up and in, and it's 1-0. Mathis started on the mound. Now he's in center. And for Upperman, love to get a couple of base runners here. Give Chris Worsing another opportunity. Try to tie the game or regain the lead immediately. 1-0. Pretty good pitch. Called strike, 1-1. And for Upperman, they allowed 2 runs in the last 2 games combined. One 12-2 against York and then 12-0 against Monterey. Already 4 put up. That's the most they've allowed. Tying the most they've allowed, rather. Friendship Christian scored 4 in the entire game on opening day as that one misses upstairs. A good take from Mathis. He goes ahead in the count, 2-1. My guy Randy's tuning in from Gentry, cheering on the Bees. Here comes the 2-1 to Mathis. That one's there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Wilkins struggled just a little bit early. He was pretty close, but walked the first 2 batters he faced, then gave up an RBI double. Then he settled in out there. 2-2. That one misses low and outside. Really good take. 3-2. Another full count. Third so far. As Mathis tries to set the table for Hedrick behind, and then the big bats. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Wilkins delivers. That one misses. Ball 4. And a leadoff Nick's Restaurant walk for Dalton Mathis. He'll head down to first. Andrew Hedrick will climb in, and we'll see if Upperman plays a little small ball with Hedrick. Braden Green waiting on deck next. Mathis got plenty of speed there to take off. We'll see if there's a squeeze play. Try to test the infield. Already 1 error for Kingston in this game. Brown lines up on the outside. Throw over. Pretty good one, but Mathis dives back in time. Hedrick awaits. It's a righty-lefty matchup here. Mathis takes his lead. First pitch in. Doesn't show bunt. Takes ball 1, 1-0. Deborah's watching the game from California. Usually, that means they're cheering on Chris Worsing. You can tell me if I'm wrong. 1-0 coming. And same spot. Misses. Back-to-back good takes for Hedrick. And if the 8 and 9 hole hitters could get on and set the table for Green and Worsing, the Bees could be in business here, trailing 4-3 in the top of the second. It's amazing how slower paced it comes from the games we've been calling the last week. It's day 8 straight of calling games. Tomorrow will be 9. Sunday, I don't think there's anything. Here comes the 2-0. Breaking ball, this one swung on, rolled up the middle, a play to second for 1, throw to first, bang, bang play, not in time. As Hedrick just legs it out on the fielder's choice. That was dangerous. It stays runner at first with 1 out. Here comes Braden Green. He walked and scored the game's first run back in the first inning. Very close play at first. It was a smart decision as well on the mound by Wilkins to go to second, got the clean out, got the lead runner. Braden Green awaits. He did not swing the bat in his first AB, and he will not have a chance yet as they're diving back in time was Hedrick. I was right. Deborah, the grandma for Chris Worsing. I had a hunch. Another throw over. Hedrick back in plenty of time this time. Dirtying up those gray jerseys, though, is Wilkins. Braden Green, he's got get out of here power. Would love to get his first of the season here. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. They've been trying to get that outside corner. Got it a couple of times, but haven't been able to quite find it yet here in the second. I mean, this may be the best night of the year weather-wise. It's unbelievable outside here in Roane County. 1-0 to Green. Perfect breaking ball in. Maybe the best pitch that Ryan Wilkins has thrown so far, and it'll be 1-1. Gary Huddleston watching from Buffalo Valley cheering on the Bees. Keep the comments rolling in. Make sure you like the broadcast if you haven't already. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball misses upstairs. 2-1. Hitters count to a great hitter and maybe the most dangerous hitter in Class 3A in the on-deck circle. 2-1. Good fastball right on the outside corner, 2-2. Wilkins had that get-over curveball earlier, and then there, revs up the fastball right on the corner. And now Green going to have to battle. Last count he had was full, worked the walk. Will it run back there again, or does Wilkins have the strikeout stuff? Couple of glances, and he'll throw over. A late jump, but Hedrick does dive back in time. Coach Painter has a word for him. Just come on back. Don't take that extra second. That extra beat can be the difference sometimes. Lots of coachable moments for a lot of young Bees. Another throw over, and that time it's a perfect dive back. These are the little things that when you get into May and you're playing in a region semifinal or a sub-state round, best of 3, you got to be on top of it as Green sends this one on a ride. Center fielder ranges back, contorts, and makes the catch for out number 2. Well struck by Braden Green, but perfectly played in center by Xavion McCray for out number 2. And here comes that man, Chris Worsing. Runner at first, 2 outs. Worsing walked and scored back in the first inning. Trying to get the lead back for his team as he'll climb in. He has continued his blistering pace to the season. It's impossible to hit the way he has so far for the entire year, but even half of it would be a record-breaking season. First pitch swinging for Worsing is he was out in front of that one, guessing a little bit, and it's 0-1. Good pitch from Mathis. And I think the catcher got a little bit hit, so he will take a walk. Umpire will clean off the plate, and everybody will take a moment. (0-1) to Chris Worsing, runner at first. Inning started with a walk, then a fielder's choice, and a fly out for Braden Green. Worsing trying to continue the threat here, trailing 4-3 in the top of the second at Kingston. Pitch in from Wilkins, breaking ball. He got the call, and he's ahead 0-2. Worsing going to have to battle now. And Worsing wasn't quite ready as he went back in the box, and Wilkins was ready to fire, so the umpire says, hang on, and resets. The 0-2 coming home. Breaking ball, and Worsing battles to stay alive. I didn't hear a shatter, but lots of motor vehicles were in danger. I got out of the truck and thought maybe I should park closer. Nope, I'm glad I didn't. Like a surprise party when you go out to your car after this. Do you have some new decorations? Here comes the 0-2 again from Worsing. This one swung on, fouled back, and it's just so tough to get out. Fouls it back, stays alive, will do it again. His vision is elite. He is the guy. He is the third person that I have called that man on a broadcast for Upperman baseball. Couple of glances back. Here comes the 0-2 to Worsing. That one bounces in. Runner takes off Hedrick, and he is gunned down. A sensational throw by Brown behind the dish as he uncorked it down to second in plenty of time for out number 3. Worsing will have to wait until the third for his next AB. Taven Hughes back to the bump for Upperman on the other side. Kingston 4, Upperman 3. Upperman baseball is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring John Deere and Kubota tractors, trucks, and farm equipment. You can bid on these items at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends March 12th at 10 a.m. Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise. Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
we provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family. Trusted care, right where life happens.
Kingston's defense puts up the first goose egg of the game. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still 4-3 Yellow Jackets. Taven Hughes, the freshman righty, back to the bump. Faced one batter, got the strikeout to retire this side. It will be some big bats. 9-1-2 due up for the Yellow Jackets here in the second on their home field. Second home game of the season. They knocked off Lenore City on opening day 4-2 earlier on this week. Noah McKay, joined by the lovely Madison McKay, here with you once again. We'll be back with you tomorrow night. Upperman fans, 6 o'clock Central Time tip-off as the Lady Bees look to make it 8 trips to the state tournament in the last 11 seasons. They'll have to do it on the road against a good Alcoa Lady Tornadoes team. Again, tip-off at 6. Main UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel, and NFHS Network. We'll also have coverage of Cookeville and Green Hill and Upperman against Heritage. Taven Hughes on the bump here. It'll be Gamblin'. And now a check back and a reset. First one for Hughes. That one is a good pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, and the ump's giving that both ways. Kind of outer edge, and it's 0-1. Pitchers will be wise to attack that spot. Hughes working quickly. The 0-1, that one bounces in. 1-1 to Gamblin. It'll be top of the order. Brighton Presley and Harrell behind him. One. Great pitch. This time brings it inside for the strike. Hughes goes ahead again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gamblin. 1-2. This one fouled off. A lot of action on that little two-seam action maybe. It's 1-2. Do it again. One, 2. This one swung on, fouled back into the net, and we'll do it again. One, 2. Breaking ball. That one misses inside. We'll do it again. 2-2 between Hughes and Gamblin. 9-hole hitter trying to set the table. In a 4-3 ball game, still a long way to go in this one. The 2-2, this one fouled off. Gamblin staying alive. We'll do it again. Hughes with a 2-2. This one fouled off. Re-rack it one more time. Next up for Upperman, Monday and Tuesday at Warren County. They'll face off against Moore County, Shelbyville, and Warren County. Two and 2 coming. Hughes says he's ready. What a battle. Gamblin fouls this one out of play. Right into the tracks. Great battle. First AB of the inning. The 2-2 fouled up. Is this one going to stay in the park? Of course not. Out of play. And Coach Emily Hughes had to dart out of the way of that one. Somebody whose name is in the rafters in the gym. And she'll be there tomorrow. As the Lady Bees try to get back to Murfreesboro. Now she's just proud mom of Taven Hughes out there on the mound. What a battle between Gamblin and Hughes. Another 2-2 coming home. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back punch-outs for Taven Hughes to open his outing. Finally got the good stuff in on the hands. Got the wave through. Here comes Brighton Presley, and he well, made his impact known immediately. Solo home run to open up the bottom of the first inning. He'll climb in here for attempt number 2, but his first look at Taven Hughes. Young man got to be pitching with some confidence as that one misses up and in, 1-0. Hughes, the 1-0. A little bit low for a ball, not a bad miss though. 2-0. Delivers in. This one hard hit again into center. Mathis gives it a run back and it drops. It one hops into the fence. Brighton Presley has 2 extra base hits already. That's a 1-out double for the leadoff man in the order. And he will set the table as Kingston looks for a little breathing room. Isaiah Harrell, he ripped a double in his first appearance, came around to score. And he will climb in here for another attempt. Presley 2 for 2 with a solo home run and a double. That is not a bad start to your day at the plate. Harrell looking at Taven Hughes now, forced back out of the stretch. He started there, checking in relief in the first. First pitch, oh my goodness, what a pitch, 0-1. Fanned at and missed. There is a lot of motion on this out of Taven Hughes. It is not staying in one place at all. He'll step off here to reset. Another freshman, second of the day on the mound for Upperman, and he will step back one more time. He's just a little bit uncomfortable at this exact moment, and Huddleston going to go out and have a word with him. Not sure what the issue is, maybe something with the communication, but just get on the same page. It's an 0-1 count to Isaiah Harrell. Randy, I do sporadic tech work when it comes to baseball season. They don't all, first of all, they aren't all broadcast. None of them are typically on radio. I did do Tech versus Notre Dame on Sunday on ESPN+. Certainly may step in for some spot duty there when Dylan can't be there. But we'll be back in the booth with Golden Eagle football in the brand new Tucker Stadium renovations this fall. Looking forward to that. And now after the discussion, the 0-1 from Hughes. That one misses outside, and it's 1-1. Harrell at the plate, Gage Brown behind him. Each had extra base hits in their first time through the order. Brighton Presley at second after the double. 1-1. That one bounces in, gets away from Huddleston on the wild pitch. Runner moves up 90 feet away. And now Kingston threatening to make it 5-3. Two balls, one strike to Isaiah Harrell. Hughes kicks and deals. That one misses low, and it's a hitter's count to a great hitter. 3-1 with Gage Brown's dangerous bat looming on deck. Hughes got to find the zone here. The 3-1. That one misses downstairs, ball 4, and it's runners at the corners with 1 out here for Kingston, leading 4-3. Gage Brown, who had an RBI double and came around to score a run. His runner did. Oh, no, he did actually in the first inning. He'll climb back in here for another attempt. Huddleston going to give signs to his infield. And we'll see how Kingston elects to play this. You got to imagine with that power, they're going to let him try and send this thing on a ride somewhere. And will Harrell be looking to take off from first? Freshman on the mound, freshman behind the dish as this pitch is rolled over towards first. Runner coming home. It's bobbled by Brown. He can't get there in time. Everybody's safe. And on the error, Kingston makes it 5-3. Presley comes across to score. Harrell moves to second safely. Brown is at first. His runner will check back in for him. And Kingston leads by 2. And now the cleanup hitter, Keelan White will check in. He had a sacrifice fly to move a runner up in the first inning. Now he has an opportunity to do some damage. Kingston trying to break it open here. The top of their order has been very dangerous, and that time just a slow roller over to first, and you're thinking, do I throw home? Do I just go to first? And you bobbled, and by the bobble, everybody was safe. Hughes' first pitch, that's a good one. Swung on and fouled back. It's 0-1. Started with a strikeout, then a double for Brighton Presley, a walk for Harold. Brown reaches on the error. One across for Kingston, looking for more here. Hughes. Step off, nobody there at second. Back in time is Harold. Couple of glances back, Harold bouncing around. Hughes comes home, that one misses low, and it's 1-1. Hughes with a glance back towards second. Slides, delivers. This one chopped over, long way to go, and a diving attempt by the shortstop. Hedrick can't come up with it. It gets into left field, and that's going to be an RBI single, and the onslaught continues for the Yellow Jackets now with 6 unanswered. It's 6-3. Keelan White does the job, and Ryan Wilkins will check back in. He's got runners at first and second with one out. David Hughes trying to maybe get a double play to get out of this inning, but he'll take anything at this point against the top half of this Kingston order, which is doing significant damage. The top 4 in the order have all reached at least once. The top 3 have reached twice. Ryan Wilkins has an RBI today on a sacrifice fly. And he's going to see Hughes step off again. I think that's to do with the pitch comp. Glance back, now he'll deliver in. Fastball, throw behind the runner at first. He dives back in safely. Pretty good throw from Huddleston, but on top of it was White, back in plenty of time. A good pitch for Taven Hughes to go ahead 0-1. Freshman trying to hunker down here. 2 across in the frame. Runner goes to third. This one swung on and missed. Both runners will advance. So 2 in scoring position now. Hughes goes ahead in the count. I believe that first pitch was a called strike. I may be wrong. It's 1-1 on the board, but I think it's 0-2. It is 0-2. I was right. Oh, well, first time this year that I've had an opportunity to be wrong. Madison was right, too. See if that rate continues of 100% correct. It will not. Matt Wilson from the old press box boys. He's tuning in. We will see him tomorrow night. The 0-2 coming home from Hughes, and it hits him right in the back. Base is loaded now for Maddox Lawson. It is 6-3 Kingston with an opportunity to change that in a hurry. So Wilkins wore that one right in the back. Breaking ball got away. And now a runner will come on for the pitcher. 2 courtesy runners out there right now. Brown's runners at third. Wilkins runners at first. Maddox Lawson walked and came around to score in his first plate appearance. He'll check in here with the bases loaded and 1 out. Trying to really separate now with the Yellow Jackets leading by 3. Anticipate behind Hughes is Carson Shoup, the third baseman. He's appeared in 1 game so far. First pitch right down Main Street for strike 1. Pretty good one from Hughes. Ahead 0-1. Going to shake out his right arm. Just keeping it loose, or if there's something a little tweaked there. He's right back on the rubber. The 0-1. Looks fine there. That one swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. There is action over in the pen for the Bees. It's Maddox Barnes, who's another one that we could expect to see. 0-2. This one swung on, roped in the left. Braden Green ranges up, makes the catch. They will head home. Here comes the throw in from left. A good one, but not in time. A great jump. Another runner at third, and it will be an RBI sac fly for Maddox Lawson. That was a pretty good play by Braden Green to give it a chance, but a better jump at third. Now it's runners at first and second with 2 outs in a 7-3 ball game. 7 unanswered for Kingston. Mason Weaver climbs in for the second time. He had an RBI single, and that ended the outing for Dalton Mathis in the first. David Hughes trying to get back into the dugout here with 3 across. Heart of the order coming up for the Bees in the top half of the third. Chris Worsing will lead it off. First pitch for Hughes misses low and outside. Huddleston pops up. Nobody covering first. And it's 1-0. Hughes with a 1-0 coming home. This one swung on, sent over. Hedrick fields it on the back pick. Throw down to first in time to retire the side. Kingston strikes for 3 more. We'll head to the third. It's 7-3. Upperman Baseball is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Box Drop Cookeville is the easiest way to buy an affordable mattress, specializing in clearance and closeouts directly from the manufacturers. They're able to pass huge savings on to you. Make an appointment to see their warehouse full of selections including big-name hybrid and memory foam alongside traditional springs that are among some of the coolest to touch mattresses on the market. Call Brandon Lane at 931-349-7066 to make your appointment today. Box Drop Cookeville has been proud to serve Cookeville since 2018. Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential, multifamily, land and farms, commercial, and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, has been supporting student athletes in the Upper Cumberland area since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145.
Kingston took a jab early. They responded with a haymaker. 7 unanswered for the Yellow Jackets on their home field. And now Wilkins on the mound has some run support to play with. He'll face off against Chris Worsing, Denton Huddleston, and Carson Shoup. 2-3-4 in the B lineup here. Now trailing 7-3, looking for their third consecutive win. They have to do it in come-from-behind fashion to get it tonight against the Yellow Jackets offense. That has been explosive so far. Chris Worsing was at the plate. He was deep in the count, and then the runner got caught trying to grab second to end the frame. So now he's got a new count against Wilkins to lead off the third. First pitch swinging for Chris as he sends it up and out of play. Ooh, and the Ford F-150 took it right off the hood. Worsing walked back in the first, came around to score. It's part of a 3-run top half of the first. He sees that breaking ball dart away, lays off. 1-1. A shake of the head no at first for Wilkins. He likes the second. Here comes the 1-1. This one swung on, sent way up into the air. Center fielder gives it a run, back angling towards the gap. Long way to go. Sticks the glove out, and it drops. Worsing has another stand-up double. That man does it again. Chris Worsing stands at second. That was a really good effort in center by McCray, but he couldn't quite get there. And a leadoff double sets the table for Denton Huddleston, who already has an RBI double today. And Chris Worsing continued to do Chris Worsing things to this point. Here comes Denton Huddleston. And as Upperman knows they need an answer here relatively quickly. That is the 5th double of the year already for Chris Worsing. And his average is now over 800. It's ridiculous. First pitch swinging for Huddleston, rolled over towards second, fielded cleanly. Throw to first is in time. Worsing advances over 90 feet. A 1-pitch out, though, means Carson Shoup strides in with a runner at third and 1 out. Shoup struck out swinging in his first appearance. Looking to get it rolling here at the plate. Batting just 125 through 3 games, and just 1 base hit for Shoup. Can get it turned around right here. First pitch breaking balls across for strike 1. Really nice Pitch by Ryan Wilkins. He likes the call from Brown. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball right down Main Street and shoot quickly behind in the count 0-2. Jackson Green on deck next. Upperman trying to capitalize on a leadoff double. In danger of squandering it, though. The 0-2. Fastball took the 6-iron out in the dirt, misses it. Brown looks back towards third. Worsing going to come home. Throw to first is in time. Throw back home is in time, and a double play turned by Kingston's infield ends the threat. A leadoff double for Upperman, but they can't do anything with it on the double play. We'll head to the bottom half. Still 7-3. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Another call to the bullpen for Wes Shanks. They'll give the ball to the right-hander Maddox Barnes, who gets it here, trailing 7-3. Another guy trying to work his way into the every week rotation. Barnes, a sophomore, the first non-freshman to hit the mound today for Upperman. He's going to check in against 8-9-1. Another right-hander for the Bees. And a opportunity uncapitalized on. Chris Worsing led it off with a double, and then there was a ground out that advanced him over. A strikeout on a pitch in the dirt, and a little bit too much of aggressiveness at third as Worsing tried to come home, and a great play turned by the infield for Kingston. Retired this side on a strikeout, throw him out, double play. And now Kingston can take a complete stranglehold on this game with another big inning. 4 in the first, 3 in the second. Looking for more here in the third. Xavier McCray, Gamblin, and Presley are due up in this half. We will have every Upperman game after the end of basketball season. Had an opportunity today with no basketball games to get out. The moving up of the calendar, while good for these teams, is not great for us, as Barnes went before the hitter was ready. Not great for us when it comes to coverage early in the season, but we'll pick it up in full force once basketball ends. Xavier McCray awaits first pitch from Barnes, a really good one. Waved out and missed, it's 0-1. Upperman is in desperate need of a quick inning. Back-to-back zeros offensively. The 0-1, another good one right on the outside corner. That's that spot we've been talking about, been given both ways, and it's 0-2. Barnes rocks and fires the 0-2 home. Breaking ball swung on, sent a mile up into the air. Mathis is under it, says he has it, and he does for a routine flyout, out number 1. So Barnes can settle in a little bit. Getting that first out, he wants to face the explosive Brighton Presley with nobody on and 2 outs. Kanan Gamblin will check in. The DH struck out swinging in his first appearance. Gets attempt number 2 here in the third. And you know it's going well for your offense if your leadoff batter is going to bat for a third time in the third inning, and that's exactly what's about to happen. The question is, will Gamblin be on when it does? And I'm not sure. I'll need a piece of equipment here. It's the wristband for gambling. First one for Barnes. Breaking ball. He's had some really good stuff early on. It's 0-1, and it's eluded some of the upper end pitchers at times, just being able to get it across the plate. And the ones they have, especially the top half of the order, have sent them long ways around this park and one out of this park. I think we're having some pitch comm issues tonight for Upperman. Huddleston now has the call. Here comes Maddox Barnes. The righty, the 0-1, misses up and in, and it's 1-1. Moving along here, 7 innings of scheduled action. It'll be 5, 6, 7 for the Bees in the top of the 4th. The 1-1. Swung on, fouled up and out of play. And that was a thud from some piece of steel, likely out of Detroit, Michigan. And it is 1-2. Barnes looking to retire the first 2 hitters that he sees. Gamblin looking for battle. Here comes the 1-2 home. Breaking ball swung on, popped a mile up into the air. It's in the infield. Carson Shoup is under it, but the pitcher, Barnes, says he has it, and he does. And makes the catch. That's when the young kid, he made the catch, but get on out of there. Let your third baseman come in and grab that. Here comes Brighton Presley in. He is having a dandy of a day. A solo home run to lead it off, and then a double. He scored 2 runs and gets opportunity number 3 against his third different pitcher that he's faced. Maddox Barnes has seen 2 up, 2 down so far. First pitch breaking ball. This one is roped into left. Long way for Braden Green to go, and it stays fair. About a foot inside the white line. Green to it. Presley, why not? Another double. His 3rd extra base hit in as many innings. And Brighton Presley has a 2-out runner in scoring position for Isaiah Harrell, who's also reached twice with a double, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Presley ambushed that one. Didn't quite square it up as much as the first 2, but did the job right down the third base line. Stayed fair clearly. He stands at second with 2 outs, leading 7-3. Harrell waits Barnes out of the stretch for the first time. He's been all around the zone doing a nice job, but this top half of the order has been lethal. First pitch misses a little bit in. 1-0. Glance back. 1-0. This one swung on, popped into the air in right field, trying to find it against the lights and night sky. The catch is made, and the first goose egg on the board for Upperman's defense as they strand a runner in scoring position. We'll head to the middle inning, still 7-3. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Upperman's defense finally puts a 0 on the board. We'll head to the top of the 4th, 7-3. Ryan Wilkins throwing well after a little bit of a struggle early. He's back out there in inning number 4. He's going to face off against Jackson Green, Sawyer Brown, and Braden Wolke in this half. As Upperman looks to get back in it here, trailing by 4. Their offense, they scored 24 runs in the past 2 games, trying to regain that form here against Wilkins, who is throwing well. Jackson Green did his job. Got an RBI on a ground out his first time up. He climbs in here for attempt number 2. The Bees offensively have been held in check. Just 2 hits so far. They've worked 3 walks. So some traffic, but haven't threatened since the first inning as that one misses for ball 1. Green started in center. Now he's the DH. As he'll send this one into the net, 1-1. Healthy hack at that one by Jackson Green. Upperman has the weekend off, then in McMinnville Monday and Tuesday for a 3-game swing against 3 different opponents. As the first pitch comes into Green, this one very nicely done by Wilkins across for strike 2. And Wilkins, when he's been having success, he's been ahead of the hitters. He is again here. 1-2 to Green. He'll swing at this one. A little excuse me swing as it'll get out of play and lands on top of the Kingston dugout. We'll do it one more time at 1-2. I believe our umpire needs some new baseballs. Let's go check a couple of windshields behind us. You'll find them. Green, Brown, and Wolke, the 3 of them only had 1 reach the first time through the order. It was Brown on an error. They want to start the rally here down by 4. Don't want to keep it at that mark for much longer. 1-2. This one swung on and gets through. A nice piece of hitting by Jackson Green. Just smacks it in the left for a leadoff single. And Upperman has their 3rd base hit of the contest. Sawyer Brown will climb in. He reached on an error his first time up. It was a little weak infield grounder. Then got airmailed over the first baseman's head. And Brown with his 2nd attempt has a runner at first. Nobody out here. Upperman had a leadoff base runner in the 3rd. It was a double for Chris Worsing, but quickly that threat was ended with a ground out and then a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Wilkins with a couple of looks back. He'll fire home. This one swung on, hit over towards second, fielded on a hop, throw to short for 1 off the bag. He comes back to get the touch on the bag in time, but no opportunity at a double play, so rule that one a fielder's choice. Brown reaches first for the 2nd time. Green is out. And it will be Braden Wolke striding in for the 2nd time. He lined out to right in his first time up, and now Braden Wolke has another opportunity here against Ryan Wilkins. It was a good job by the shortstop, Presley, to stay with that after the throw brought him off the bag. First pitch swinging for Wolke, fouled off the mask of the catcher, Brown. And Brown at first took off towards second, but that was foul tipped, and the umpire will go and give time for Brown behind the dish to gain his bearings. Coach comes over with a smile on his face. Think he's okay. That's why they wear masks back there. But it still does not feel good, I can tell you that. Cinematic recap presented by Risher Roofing of Gordonsville's Region 4 Single A Championship over Jackson County. Coming soon, if it's not already out, to our social media channels and YouTube channel. The 4K version is on YouTube. Goose does an unbelievable job with those. Here comes the 0-1. This one swung on, foul back, and it's quickly 0-2 here to Wolke. Dalton Mathis on deck next. He's the 8-hole hitter as Upperman looks for a little middle inning rally here in a 7-3 contest. The defense finally forced a 0. Now the offense trying to do something. The 0-2 to Wolke. Breaking ball. He went chasing at that one up and out of the zone. Comes up empty-handed for strike 3. Third punch out of the day for Ryan Wilkins. And back-to-back outs. Dalton Mathis will climb in. A little bit similar to the last inning where leadoff single, or double rather. Upperman didn't do anything with it. Here it was a single. As the first pitch, that one's in. Throw behind the runner who dives back in time. called strike one as that one came into Mathis. He walked back in the second. Glance over a couple of times. Here comes the 0-1. Mathis watches that breaking ball miss. He's been leaning on that breaking ball. It's been a really good one, keeping Upperman's hitters off balance. That time Mathis lays off. One ball, one strike to another freshman, of which there are several in this Upperman order. 1-1. Good pitch. Pass ball, 1-2. It'll be 3-4-5 due up for Kingston on the other side. Mathis trying to make sure that's not right now. Here comes the pitch home. This one swung on, missed in the dirt. Throw down to first. Brown uncorks the laser and gets it in time. Back-to-back punch-outs on the mound for Ryan Wilkins. We'll head to the bottom half of the fourth. Still 7-3 Yellow Jackets. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman football on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Maddox Barnes back to work, the sophomore. Threw well in his first inning of work. Got a fly out, another pop out, then a double. Worked around it with another fly out, and now he'll face off against 3-4-5. Heart of the order for Kingston. Upperman led 3-0. Kingston scored 7 in the next 2 frames. Since then, goose eggs everywhere. Gage Brown, he's reached twice as an RBI double. He's reached an error. His runner has scored 2 runs. His first appearance here against Maddox Barnes. First pitch, big swing, comes up empty-handed. It's 0-1. He was trying to park that one. Gage Brown followed up by Keelan White and Ryan Wilkins. Heart of the order here for Kingston, trying to really break it open. Upperman trying to keep it to within striking distance. This one is rolled over towards second. Catch is made. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. Chris Worsing. Yeah, that was easy pickings for Worsing over there at second. Not all routine ground balls are routine, but Chris Worsing, he'll go anywhere in the infield this year. Second, third, short. May even play some first this year. He makes that play for out number 1. Barnes continued to work well. Only 1 base runner against him so far. Keelan White will try to change that. He has a sacrifice fly and an RBI single to his credit. He'll get his first appearance against the righty Barnes. First one low for ball 1. When we get to the 5th, it'll be 9-1-2. So if you're going to get a rally for Upperman, that's who you want. Question is, will it be a 4-run game when they get there? Great pitch from Barnes. Pulled the string on that one on the inside part of the zone, 1-1. Maybe the best pitch he's thrown to this point. One, breaking ball. That one misses upstairs. 2-1. White with a patient approach. Wilkins on deck behind him. And this has been the part of the order that's done the damage for Kingston. 2-1 for Barnes. Fastball, that one got past Huddleston. Wasn't a bad pitch. Tipped off the mitt, and it's 3-1. Hitters count to the cleanup batter, Keelan White. Waiting for his pitch. 3-1. Breaking ball, this one swung over towards short. Hedrick fields it on a couple of hops. Long throw, but he makes it in time for out number 2. Middle infield up to the task so far in this frame for the Bees. Ryan Wilkins will climb in. He has an RBI on a sacrifice fly, and he was hit by a pitch so far. He got hit up just a little bit in the first inning, but since then he's been great on the mound. As White gives him a little bit of advice on his way past, something that he saw. Good job at short by Andrew Hedrick on that play. Hard hit grounder bouncing towards him. Not an easy grab to make. First pitch in from Barnes. Close but no cigar, a little low. 1-0. Seven to 3. Barnes with a 1-0. Brought it inside. Missed a little bit there. Wilkins was going to wear it. That one's 2-0. It was a loud ball call, and I think Wilkins said, wait, was that a strike? Nope, it was not. Barnes with the 2-0. That one misses low and inside, and Wilkins going to need a perfect pitch to take it off his shoulder here at 3-0. Maddox Lawson on deck next. It was a 2-out base run in the last half inning as well on a double. Barnes doesn't want that to become a trend. 3-0, fastball. That one's on the inside corner. Wilkins thought it was ball 4. He tossed his bat. It's 3-1. He's been trying to get to that spot. He finally got it. Wilkins still way ahead in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th here in Roane County. 3-1, breaking ball. This one swung on, angling towards the gap. Long way to come in center, but right there, Dalton Mathis was shaded that way and makes the catch for out number 3. First 1-2-3 inning of the game for Upperman's defense. 9-1-2 due up on the other side. This is Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this brand new construction on the Caney Fork River in Sparta. This home sits on 1.6 acres with 190 feet of river frontage and boasts 2,300 square feet of living space with a spacious 2-car garage. Enjoy the river views from your beautiful expanded covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Bees looking for a rally here, top of the 5th inning, trailing 7-3 against the Kingston Yellow Jackets. It'll be Andrew Hedrick, Braden Green, and Chris Worsing due up 9-1-2 in the order. Back out there on the mound is Ryan Wilkins. He got hit for 3 runs in the first inning. Since then, he's been very, very good. 3 straight zeros for him and his defense. Next up for us, tomorrow night, sub-state girls basketball action. Upperman at Alcoa with a 6 o'clock Central Time tip-off. That's where I will be. And we will also have coverage of Cookville Green Hill and White County Heritage. Trips to the Glass House on the line tomorrow night on UCR. Andrew Hedrick, he reached on a fielder's choice his first time up back in the 2nd inning. He's first pitch swinging here, sends this one up into the air, but angling into foul territory. Wes Shanks put his hand up, but it goes over his head, and it's 0-1. Hedrick awaits. He's trying to set the table for Green and Worsing. They look to do some damage. That one misses upstairs. Good take, 1-1. Wilkins, long look in. The tall righty rocks and fires a breaking ball. Good pitch. Fouled off. And it's 1-2. And Brown again. He's taking a couple of deflections. He says he's okay. Wilkins goes back in front of a hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lineup about to flip over here for Upperman. Wilkins to Hedrick. Rocks and fires. That one misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hadn't gone chasing the high cheese yet. Another young batter awaits. The 2-2 pitch. That one misses upstairs again. Another take. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We run full. Dugout loves it for Hedrick. Wilkins saying, what do I got to throw? The 3-2 payoff pitch. Let's do it one more time. Good battle here as that one's fouled out of play, and we'll do it again. The 3-2 coming home from Wilkins to Hedrick. That time he did go chasing upstairs, and it deflected off the umpire's mask. Everybody's taking hits. He says he's okay. He's tough. And there's going to be a trip out to the mound here for Kingston, and I wonder if this is a pitch count issue. I believe it is going to be a good outing for Wilkins, but he's running up on a magic number, and so there will be a new pitcher for the Yellow Jackets. Upperman hopes that that's good news for them on the other side. Back in 60 seconds on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. T-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Call to the bullpen here for the Yellow Jackets. A 3-2 count against Andrew Hedrick, the 9-hole hitter. Braden Green, Chris Worsing on deck next, and it's another right-hander checking in as Evan Settles will go to the mound. And it looks like staying in there, no surprise, Ryan Wilkins is going to move into the infield for this team. 7-3, 7 unanswered for Kingston, but all those came back in the first and second innings. And going to go to second base is Wilkins. And that's because the second baseman is being hit for today, so that's the only swap they'll have to make. And it is still a full count. Hedrick will have to face a different right-handed batter. As Settles will see if he can get 1 strike to set the tone for his outing. Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up, in foul territory, could be playable. Long way to go for the third baseman. He can't quite get there. And we'll do it one more time. Hedrick just keeps fouling off pitches down that line. It was a really nice effort by the third baseman. Just couldn't quite get there for Isaiah Harrell. It would have had to make it over the shoulder catch, which are extremely difficult. Settles trying to get 1 strike here. A 3-2 count still. Andrew Hedrick battling. And AB, it's now taken probably over 5 minutes. That one, he went chasing the high cheese, but he is able to just clip it, and we'll do it again. Would have been ball 4 instead. It's another 3-2 pitch. Different pitcher, same battle. Really critical here for Upperman if they're going to get back into this. The 3-2 swung on again upstairs, and again he fouled it off, and again It's 3-2. What an at-bat. Hedrick, he has swung, I think, at 4 straight ball fours, but he's fouled him off. Don't want to leave it in the hands of the umpire. Here comes the 3-2. That one he has to take. Upstairs, ball 4, Nick's Restaurant walk for Andrew Hedrick, and he sets the table after a long time for Braden Green. Green 0 for 1 today with a walk and a fly out. He did score a run back in the first inning. Braden Green trying to send this somewhere a long way with Chris Worsing on deck. Next as Upperman looks to rally in the top of the 5th, down 7-3. Into the bullpen here, Settles trying to lock in. That was not his fault. It was already a 3-2 count. This is a tough spot to check in. Now he's got a fresh AB, and a good first pitch is across for strike 1. Green trying to visualize where that came across. He's been uber patient at the plate so far today. Settles comes home. Green shows bunt. He'll back off as that one misses, and it's 1-1. Small ball being shown. What does Wes Shanks want to do here? He mixes it up. 2 years ago, they never bunted. Last year, they bunted a whole lot. Here comes the 1-1. Green going to swing away, and he'll rope this one foul down the first base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Andrew Hedrick worked a leadoff walk. It's the 3rd straight leadoff batter to reach for Upperman, but they have not done anything with it so far. Trying to change that here is Braden Green against Evan Settles out there on the mound in his first inning of relief. Glance over to first for Settles. The 1-2, swung on by Green, rolled over towards second. Wilkins catches it on the backhand, flip to second for 1. Throw to first is in time. Braden Green is hobbled, and it is a 4-6-3 double play, but it's because Braden Green tweaked something on his way out of the batter's box, and so all attention goes to him as it's the second out of the inning. But a key piece for this team is down and injured. Gade Painter is to him. The trainer making her way over across the diamond. Green was trying to leg it out, but the whole way, as soon as he left the box, he was holding the back of his leg. And so they will tend to him. We'll step aside and come back as the trainer is to Braden Green.
Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty is proud to present an online-only auction featuring John Deere and Kubota tractors, trucks, and farm equipment. You can bid on these items at eagleauctions.com or call 931-526-5335 for more information. Bidding on this online-only auction ends March 12th at 10 a.m. Amonette's Eagle Auction and Realty is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Braden Green helped off the field by the trainers in Wes Shanks as he came out of the batter's box and was hobbled, was grabbing the back of his leg, making his way down the first base line. The end result was a 4-6-3 double play. Unfortunately, first of all, it was a great play at second by Wilkins to throw back to short, and the throw to first was good. It took a while because Green was not at his best heading down that first base line, so it's unfortunate for Upperman that it's a double play instead of just 1 out on a very nice play. And then on top of it, losing Braden Green, you would think for at least this game, in a non-district game, he is being tended to by the trainer. Chris Worsing climbs in with nobody on and 2 outs and settles. That should help him out greatly as it's 1-0. A great play by the infield. Kingston's made several of them. And now we're going to have a stoppage. I'm not sure why. And I think it's a wristband issue, maybe. And it's because Wes Shanks wasn't in the third base coaching box. That's what it is. And he went over to tend to Braden Green. So now they'll stop it so he can go back. Worsing so far, he's been Chris Worsing. He's 1 for 1 with a walk, a double, run scored. His first appearance against Settles, and it's a 1-0 count. He'll swing at this one, sends it up in the air in right field. Long way to go for the right fielder. Angles under it. A great jump, and he's able to make the catch as he slows down under it. No problem for Weaver, and that will retire this side. A double play and a fly out's all she wrote for the Bees. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth in a 7-3 ball game. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
At the Quality family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
We provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality family, trusted care right where life happens.
Box Drop Cookeville is the easiest way to buy an affordable mattress, specializing in clearance and closeouts directly from the manufacturers. They're able to pass huge savings onto you. Make an appointment to see their warehouse full of selections including big-name hybrid and memory foam alongside traditional springs that are among some of the coolest to touch mattresses on the market. Call Brandon Lane at 931-349-7066 to make your appointment today. Box Drop Cookeville has been proud to serve Cookeville since 2018.
Maddox Barnes, the sophomore right-hander, has been really good in relief so far. He's back out there on the mound for his third inning, rather. Put up the first 1-2-3 inning of the game for Upperman defensively the last time out. And Braden Green has checked out of the game. Jackson West goes into left. Green came up hobbled after a grounder. It ended up being a 4-6-3 double play as a threat was retired. Upperman has had 3 straight leadoff batters reach and nothing to show for it. But now Jackson West goes into left, and the mountain grows even taller for the Bees as it'll be 6, 7, 8 Maddox Lawson, Mason Weaver, and Xavion McCray checking in here in the bottom half of the fifth, trying to stretch a 4-run advantage. Barnes has allowed 1 base runner so far, and he gets the wave and a miss on the first pitch here. It's 0-1. This one chopped foul, and again, Barnes goes ahead 0-2, and a nice play by Coach Fielder over there to make the bare hand grab and throw back to the pitcher. 0-2, Lawson. He's walked, has an RBI on a sac fly to this point. His first appearance against Barnes. He'll send this one up into the air. Mathis is under it in center. Ranges a couple of steps to his left and makes the catch, and another Yellow Jacket retired by Maddox Barnes in the Upperman defense. And we told you this was going to be a game where West Shanks were going to see what a lot of his young guys had on the mound, and Maddox Barnes has answered the call so far. Looking to keep it rolling here. Mason Weaver will stride in. He has an RBI single and a ground out to this point. As Barnes takes a long look in. He'll fire in a breaking ball right there for strike 1. A great pitch from Maddox Barnes. He's staying ahead of these hitters. (0-1) coming to Mason Weaver. Breaking ball dips low. It's 1-1. A little bit of action, it looks like, in the pen for Kingston. They've gone to a 1 reliever at a pitch count as Evan Settles checked in and pitched the last frame after a 3-2 count to the leadoff batter. Barnes delivers that one, misses inside. It's 2-1 to Weaver. McCray on deck next as Kingston looks for some insurance here, getting late in a hurry. We're in the bottom of the 5th at Roane County. Beautiful facility on a perfect night for baseball. Here comes the 2-1 from Barnes. Fastball, this one popped up in the infield. Carson Shoup is under it at third and makes the catch, and it's 2 up, 2 down again. Barnes doesn't have a strikeout, but he's pitching to contact and getting pop-ups and flyouts. McCray will check in. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout so far. Xavion McCray, he was the first batter Barnes faced. He flew out to center in that appearance. First pitch for West. This one's foul, tipped off the edge of the bat by McCray, and it's 0-1. Barnes has been working very well. He gave up one double. Outside of that, no traffic on the base paths. Westshank's got to be pleased with what he's seeing out of his sophomores. This one's sent up into the air. Mathis has a beat on it in center. He'll range up and makes the catch. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Maddox Barnes and the Upperman defense. They'll look to start a rally in the sixth on the other side. It's 7-3. Upperman Baseball is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential, multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, has been supporting student athletes in the Upper Cumberland area since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145.
Evan Settles back to work here for Kingston. It's the top of the sixth inning. Upperman running out of time, trailing by 4. There was 10 combined runs in the first 2 innings. Since then, nobody scored as the pitchers have settled in. Denton Huddleston, Carson Shoup, Jackson Green due up in this half inning for the Bees. And Denton Huddleston will climb in. He had an RBI double back in the first, grounded out in the third. Upperman has had 3 straight leadoff batters reach and haven't done anything with it so far. Trying to change that trend here and get back in the ball game. First pitch from Settles. This one's roped, but it's angling foul. Now on the first base right field line. And simply a loud strike at 0-1. Huddleston. Another one of these young guns for this Upperman team. 0-1, great breaking ball. Finds the zone, and it's 0-2. That one just straight up and down. Denton Huddleston awaits the 0-2 pitch. He'll swing at this one, pops it up in the infield. Should be playable. Shortstop calls off third baseman and makes the catch for out number 1. No problem for Brighton Presley. And Carson Shoup will stride in trying to find his rhythm here. Upperman down to their final 5 outs tonight, trailing by 4. Carson Shoup 0 for 2. He struck out a couple of times. Both times were swinging. He's been behind in the count in both appearances. First one against Settles. His first pitch is across again for strike 1. Jimmy, I need to see the legal paperwork on that. Here comes the 0-1 breaking ball. This one swung on, fouled back, and again 0-2. Settles goes ahead in the count. Coming up next is Jackson Green. The 0-2 breaking ball. This one rolled over towards short. Presley has it cleanly. Throw to first is in time, and it's quickly 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Jackson Green will try to change that. So he'll check in. Has an RBI on a ground out and a single so far today. Putting together a nice day at the plate. Trying to continue that here, down 7-3. Upperman down to their final 4 outs. Righty-lefty matchup here. Settles. Done a nice job. First pitch swung on. This one flared over. It's going to get down for at least one. Could be extra bases. Left fielder just now to it. Green takes a long turn and now will retreat to first. But it is a two-hit night for Jackson Green. A two-out single sets the table for Sawyer Brown. Maybe. It will be Sawyer Brown coming in. He's reached twice, but on an error and a fielder's choice so far. Trying to put something in play here against Settles with time running out on Upperman tonight. First pitch, fastball. This one swung on, popped way up into the air, into right field, angling back to his left and making the catch to retire the side. Another 0 on the scoreboard for Upperman's offense. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth in a 7-3 ball game. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
No matter the result of this game, Upperman's going to be encouraged by the pitching of Maddox Barnes. Checking in relief, it had been all Kingston's offense. They were up 7-3, and he has checked in and thrown 3 strong innings, allowed just 1 base runner. It'll be 9-1-2. They could change those stats in a hurry, but either way, he has shown something here. The sophomore righty. It'll be Gamblin getting things started. Then we'll flip it over to Brighton Presley and Isaiah Harrell. First pitch again. Barnes dots it up, and it's 0-1. Some zip in it. Finding those locations. Upperman will have one more chance with the bats that have gone cold after the first inning. Credit Kingston's pitching staff for that as that one bounces in, and it's 1-1. I would just like to be clear, because the press box boys are still finding a way to chirp as the next pitch from Barnes misses inside, that when I called them Young Guns, that was not a team name. It was just a, conventional saying for a group of young players. So I wasn't infringing the trademark. I promise. There was no disrespect meant to the prolific group of seniors who just came through. The press box boys live on in the comments section, and an F-150 just lost a windshield as that one's fouled out of play, and it's 2-2. I promise I meant no disrespect. Here comes the 2-2. This one waved at and missed in the dirt. Huddleston's got to make a good throw. He lines it up and does. And it's the first punch out of the day for Maddox Barnes. Continues his strong outing. And now he will face the challenge. Brighton Presley, 3 for 3. Solo home run to lead off the game and 2 doubles so far. He'll get another crack at it here. This is a big-time hitter in Kingston's 2A classification. This guy is impressive. Really, this whole top half of the order has been really, really good for the Yellow Jackets tonight. He's the one player to reach against Barnes. It was on a double first pitch. Breaking balls across for strike 1. Maddox is throwing really well. Long look in, the 0-1. That fastball brings it outside, 1-1. Presley awaits. You know you can't make a mistake if you're Barnes. A walk is not the worst thing in the world. Is that what misses low, and it's 2-1. The 2-1. Breaking ball, foul tipped into the mid of Huddleston, and it's evened up at 2-2. If Upperman doesn't have a rally, Barnes would love for his final pitch to be an out against this great hitter. Here comes the 2-2. Double kicked on that one. Breaking ball, sit on the right into center. Mathis gives it a run to his left, long way to go, and he can't get there. Guess what? Brighton Presley has another extra base hit. It is his third double. What a performance by this young man tonight. He has a home run to go along with it, and it's the second straight two-out double for Brighton Presley. Isaiah Harrell will try to bring him around here and add some insurance for the Yellow Jackets, who lead by 4 in their home field. Harrell so far has a double, a walk, and a flyout. He's scored a couple of runs. Well, now Petey's chirping in the comment section. And the Press Box boys are nearly complete. Glance back. Now forward for Maddox Barnes. He will flip and throw. Pretty good move, but back in plenty of time is Presley, who, barring a big comeback, is going to be the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. He has been great at the plate. He made a couple of nice fields in the, or nice plays in the field, easy for me to say as well. Barnes with a couple of looks back. He'll slide home. Waved at and missed, and again, ahead, 0-1. Again, no matter what happens this next inning, Maddox Barnes has shown you a lot if you're Wes Shanks, Cade Painter, and Brandon Farley. You got to feel pretty good about what he can give you moving forward, at least starting the opportunity maybe to get the ball in his hands to start a game. The 0-1. Fastball fouled back, and he's ahead 0-2 of Isaiah Harrell. In the bottom half, it's going to be 7-8-9 for the Bees. Somebody will have to get on to give him a chance. And then, of course, Braden Green's day is done after coming up a little bit limp on a grounder earlier on. So the leadoff batter right now is Jackson West in the order. As Barnes delivers the 0-2, this one swung on, flared out into center. Mathis has a beat on it. He'll range up and makes the catch for out number 2. It'll bring up Gage Brown. He has an RBI double. He's reached in an error and grounded out so far. Brown hauled up by White as Kingston looks for a little insurance here with 2 outs. Brown. He's had some nice plays behind the plate as well. That strike him out, throw him out, double play comes to mind. But Maddox Barnes delivers in. This one swung on, hit a long way in left. West has to go way back, and this one hops over the fence for a ground rule double. It's enough for an RBI for Gage Brown and a little insurance for the Yellow Jackets. As Brown puts a charge into that one, and it one hops the fence. So Presley scores. Brown is at second. Will likely get a runner on for him here, and Keelan White will come in, trying to add on to an 8-3 lead for the Yellow Jackets. Runner does check on here. Here's White. He had a sacrifice fly in the first, an RBI single in the second, and a ground out in the fourth. Barnes gives up the first run of his outing. Now he sets up out of the stretch with a glance back towards the runner. He'll come home. First pitch breaking ball. And again, Barnes, he's been ahead of virtually every hitter. 0-1 again. Pulled the string on that one. White tried to send that one a long way on that cut. The 1, another breaking ball, gets the inside corner, strike 2, and Barnes a little swagger after that one. Nods his head, oh yeah, it's 0-2. Now White going to have to battle in, looking for his second RBI of the day. Runner bouncing at second. Barnes comes home, runner goes. Breaking ball swung on, sent way up into the air. Playable, backing up, adjusting is Hedrick, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Last chance for the Bees when we come back. They trail 8-3 at Kingston. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Last chance for Upperman. It'll be 7-8-9 due up in this half inning against another new pitcher here for Kingston on the mound. Another right-hander. No southpaws today for either team. It'll be Brighton Presley who gets the ball, and why not? With everything he's done at the plate, he'll just try to cap it off on the mound. He has been unbelievable at the dish in this game. He has a solo home run and 3 doubles, and now he gets the ball trying to slam the door. And we'll see who Upperman brings up here. An opportunity for some pinch hitters, and it looks like it'll start with Bryant Allen, who has the ball in the on-deck circle in Braden Wolke's spot. And really, it's 7-8-9, but no Braden Green, so that kind of continues it into the top half. And 98 Braves by Morgan Wallen plays out. Now, listen, it's a great song, but it's about a baseball team losing, and the home team's winning right now. So I'm not sure if it fits when you're winning 8-5 or 8-3 in the last inning, but I'm not complaining about Morgan Wallen playing. It just doesn't quite compute. And as Brian Allen has his first AB, and Presley puts it on the outside corner for strike 1. And we got to report the pinch hitter. It's March. Everybody's okay. Later in the year, somebody may try to get a win out of one of those mistakes, but it is Brian Allen at the plate. The 0-1. Pretty good pitch. A little bit outside. It was a good frame by Brown. Trying to bring it over. It's 1-1. The 1-1 breaking ball. Check swing. That one's across, and it's 1-2. Allen laid off. Dalton Mathis is on deck next as Upperman looks for a little 7th inning magic here in Roane County. The 1-2 coming home from Presley. Cold strike 3 right on the outside corner. Great pitch by him. And sets the tone. Surprise, surprise. He can pitch too. Here comes Dalton Mathis. He's walked and struck out so far in this game. we could be in store for a double-digit sort of game, but both defenses did a nice job adjusting as the breaking ball doesn't quite fall off the table, and it's 1-0. And we moved along at a pretty good pace after the first couple of innings, which is quite all right with us. The 1-0, that one's right down Main Street, 1-1. Andrew Hedrick on deck, and then lineup flips over where it is Jackson West if somebody can reach 1-1. That one, same spot, right down the middle, 1-2. Presley working blisteringly fast and trying to slow him down a little bit as Mathis with a hand up. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back punch-outs. And Upperman down to their final out tonight in the form of Andrew Hedrick, who will come in here in the top of the 7th, down 8-3. First pitch into Hedrick, misses for ball 1. It's 1-0. Another one, low and outside, 2-0. Next up for Upperman, Monday against Moore County. That is in McMinnville. Then 2 more in McMinnville on Tuesday against Shelbyville and Warren County. Then home in Baxter for the second time this season against the Diamond Baseball Academy. As it's 2-1 here to Andrew Hedrick. Presley fires in a breaking ball. This one fouled off at 2-2. Bees down to their final strike tonight. Great start offensively, but they didn't sustain it throughout. And Kingston made enough plays. They're on the doorstep of their second win of the season. The 2-2 coming home. That one a little bit low. And we run full at 3-2. Good on the ump for not calling that. Very easy. Could have called that into the game. He's got a nice game behind the dish. Here comes the 3-2 home. That one misses ball 4, and good plate discipline for Andrew Hedrick extends the game. He'll head down on his second walk of the evening. That's a Nick's Restaurant walk. Lineup flips over. And again, Braden Green is out now. So this is going to be Jackson West, we believe, into the batter's box. Hedrick over at first takes his lead. Presley out of the stretch. That one bounces in. Good block by Brown, and it is West at home plate for his first AB of the game. Chris Worsing behind him wants an opportunity here. Upperman looking for a magical comeback. They got a lot of work to do, down 5. 1-0. Waved at and missed, 1-1. It was just a challenge fastball across. One to West. Presley glances, comes home. That one bounces again. Brown with another great block. He's been a brick wall behind the plate. 2-1. 2-1. Swung on, foul tip back, and again, Upperman down to their final strike, 2-2. Good hustle by Chris Worsing to get the foul ball. He wants one more AB. Brown does not want that to happen. He's going to go out and have a word with his pitcher, Presley. And with a big lead, you can be super aggressive on the mound. You can come right after him with a fastball if you wanted to. Try to challenge him, see if he can get around on it. A glance back, now the 2-2 coming. Presley delivers a breaking ball, and that's called strike 3. The Kingston Yellow Jackets get it done today. Final score, Kingston 8, Upperman 3. The Bees fall on the season to 2-2. Back in action against Moore County on Monday at Warren County in McMinnville. Then 2 games on Tuesday in McMinnville as well. That'll do it for us tonight. The Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. We already mentioned it's going to be Brighton Presley. Comes in, slams the door at the end, but a home run and 3 doubles. So he is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Next up for us tomorrow night, Upperman fans, we hope you'll join us at 6 o'clock from Alcoa as the Lady Bees take on the Lady Tornadoes for a right to go to the state tournament. Then 2 games at 7 as Cookeville travels to Green Hill and White County welcomes in Heritage. We'll have 3 more boys sub-state games on Monday. Final score from Roane County. It's Kingston 8, Upperman 3. I'm Noah McKay from Madison McKay on camera, and everybody at UCR. We say so long from Kingston.